That's the thing about books. They let you travel without moving your feet. A very good afternoon, guys. I am Mohini, and I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of PSTV. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. And yes, today I'm live a little earlier because I had some prior commitments. But, guys, I didn't want to forego a chance to come live and interact with all of you. So, everybody, let's get started because we on PSTV today are talking about the book review blog. That's the agenda, my friends. And you and I, of course, are on this scintillating journey, and it's called Blogging for Budding Writers. Let's see what's brewing for all of you on PSTV, everybody. Well, like always, we start with a quote of the day. And of course, today there's going to be another beautiful quote on books, my friend, because it is the book review blog, okay? After that, we have Break the Ice segment, interactive, engaging, fun segment with all my audiences out here, and we get to know each other better every single day, okay? Then we have what's in store, which is precisely today's agenda, my friends. Okay, so what's in store today, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about how to write a book review blog. Okay, and after that, of course, we have what to include in your book review. There's certain things that you should write as far as your book review is concerned, certain things you should ignore, and we'll be taking that up in details, guys. And of course, in the middle of all this, how can we do without the fun element, my friends? So, Fun and Frolic Part 1 for all of you, and Fun and Frolic Part 2 only for all of you, okay? And before I end the session for today, of course, a quick recap, the wrap up of today's learnings and discussions, my friend. And yes, how can I end without the home task, allocating the home task, guys? All right. So that is the format of the show, my friends. Let's get started. So the quote of the day, a beautiful sunflower welcoming all of you. And the quote of the day is, a book is a device to light the imagination. It gives wings to your imagination. It really helps you ignite your imagination, guys. Read, 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 and read. Okay, there's nothing better. All right. And like they say, if you don't like reading, probably you haven't found the right book yet. Okay. So go ahead and search for the right book. Getting started, guys, with the Break the Ice segment. Everybody, if you could, all right, some interesting questions. And I want to see answers from all of you. Come on, all my audiences out here, guys. I want to see you guys responding and interacting, all right? So, the first question, if you could have one superpower today, what would it be? And maybe if you can tell me for what purpose also. Or you can just tell me about the superpower that you want. Well, one superpower that I've always wanted is basically being able to read minds. I think that would be great, yeah, guys? Okay, if you could actually read what the other person is thinking, perfect, nothing better, yeah? So, have one superpower today. What would it be, my friends? Come on. Okay, some of you are sending me your responses. Somebody says the power of teleportation. Oh my God, how I wish I had this superpower. Okay, the power of teleportation. All right. And somebody says being invisible. That's funny. That's great. Okay, I wish we could actually be invisible and do so many things. Huh? All right. Okay. Then again, I think somebody else is also sending me reading minds. Flying. Wow, superpower flying. I wish I had that too. Okay, lovely. All right. Doing different magic tricks. I think that you can learn even otherwise. Yeah, guys. Okay. And somebody says driving away the pandemic completely. Well, by God's grace, the pandemic seems to have lessened. The intensity seems to have lessened at the moment. But we could just keep our fingers crossed, guys. And yeah, I wish everybody had the superpower to drive away the pandemic completely out of our lives. Okay, so to just delete the last 2 years, maybe. Okay, thank you guys for sharing your responses. Let us move on to the next one. Now, if you could know the absolute and the total truth to one question, what question would it be? So, if you could actually know the absolute and the total truth to one particular question, what question would it be, guys? I'm thinking, what would it actually be? All right. So let's get started. And what is life? Okay, maybe that is one question. What is life? Okay, that should be one question. How to stay happy? All right, maybe that is another question that's coming in. How can you, how can you memorize so many things? Somebody's writing. Okay, how can you memorize so many things? All right. Okay, I think as a student, everybody wonders what would really be the answer to that question. How do you memorize so many chapters, so many lessons, guys? Okay. All right. And I get this question a number of times. Somebody's also saying, what is life again? That's a beautiful question. I mean, if you can actually understand life. But I think that's the beauty of life, my friends, right? Okay. And how to ace in examinations. Okay. So all my students out there want to ace in examinations and they want the answer right point on that how to ace in examinations. Well, guys, the answer to that could actually be just hard work, and maybe more hard work. That's about it. All right. And now the next one. If you could safely eat any inedible object, what would it be, guys? So if you could safely eat any inedible object, what would it be? Come on, think of this one. What do you think it would be? Any inedible object, if I told you. I know a lot of people enjoy eating chalk. I don't know how they eat chalk, but yeah, I mean, chalk is one thing that I could, think of. Come on, guys, tell me your answers. If you could actually safely eat any inedible object, what would it be? Okay. There's some people who are saying chalk. Somebody's saying pencil leads. Oh God. Okay, that is inedible, definitely. And somebody says fresh paper. Fresh paper. My God, how can you think of eating fresh paper, Jacob? Oh God. Okay. All right. And I think I would go with toothpaste, my friends. I think we do that a number of times while we're actually brushing our teeth. We tend to eat up a little of the toothpaste. I think everybody's done that, even as a kid and even now. All right. So, yeah, I think maybe toothpaste, if I could safely eat something that's inedible, it would be toothpaste for sure. Okay. Because I think I've already had it. So, all right. Okay. And somebody says ice cubes. Oh my God. Okay. Ice cubes, definitely. And thank you for sharing such entertaining responses, guys. Thank you so much. And now let's move forward to the next question. If you could pick up a new skill in an instant, what would it be? So if you could pick up like one skill instantly, if I say, guys, like right away, I'm giving you the power to pick up one particular skill. Which skill would it be? Okay. All right. Somebody's saying a no for I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Which question are you trying to answer? So sorry. All right. Okay, so if you could pick up a new skill in an instant, what would it be, guys? Well, for me, I think the skill to make people smile. I think that is one rare skill, and I think if we have that skill, definitely, I think the world would be a better place. Yeah, make everybody smile, and the skill of kindness, my friends. I think kindness is a virtue, and kindness definitely, I think, has to be taught these days. When somebody says creating a world of my own, that's beautiful. Okay, lovely, guys. Thank you for sharing that. All right, and any other things, guys? Okay, created some music. Okay, some of your music enthusiasts out here. All right, and somebody says, okay, photography, definitely. And I think photography would go a long way in helping you as far as blogging is also concerned, Noah. So yeah, you should definitely go ahead and pick up the new skill and learn photography, guys. Okay. All right. Okay, writing, skill of writing. All right, lovely, lovely. This is all going to help you. So thank you so much for your responses, everybody. I've had a great time interacting with all of you on Break the Ice. And now let us move on to the next one. Okay. So to like I say, let's get back to talking business, my friends. What's in store? What is in today's agenda for all of you? Okay. So we're going to be talking about how to write a book blog review. Okay. Well, the first thing is introduce the subject, scope, and the type of book. Now, identify the book by the author and the title. Okay, that's the first thing. Specify the type of book, such as fiction, non-fiction, biography, autobiography. What kind of a book is this? Okay, what type of a book is this? Mention the book's theme is the next thing. Please mention the book's theme. All right. Okay, so that's how you go and you identify the book by the author and the title. The first thing is specify the type of the book. Okay, whether it's fiction, whether it's non-fiction, whether it's an autobiography, what is it? Okay, and you of course mention the more or less the theme of the book. What is the book based on, basically? So that's how you go ahead and introduce the subject, the scope, and the type of the book. Then sometimes you will also need to include background to enable readers to place the book into a specific context. Okay, you have to have some background information, okay, and also have some background out there. For example, you might want to describe the general problem the book addresses and how it provides solutions. Okay, so maybe you can talk about in general, don't give it all away right there because you're doing a book review, guys, but in general, what is the problem that the book actually addresses and how it actually goes on to even provide solutions. So like a general description of that, you can also go ahead and put it there. Now, the next one, guys, briefly summarize the content. Okay, now for a non-fiction book, provide an overview, including your favorite paraphrases and quotations. Okay, so this is for a non-fiction one. All right, okay. So somebody's saying bye. Thank you so much for joining in. All right. So, for in the case of a non-fiction book, guys, of course, provide an overview, including your favorite paraphrases and quotations, because of course there is no such storyline to it. But again, you can provide, something that are your favorites from that particular non-fiction book. And for a work of fiction, briefly review the storyline for your readers. Okay, being careful not to give away anything that would lessen the suspense for the readers. Don't ever do that. Don't kill the suspense of the readers, guys. Okay, it's a book review. You're not supposed to be giving it all out. All right. So for a non-fiction one, A, provide an overview. B, just include some of your favorite paraphrases out there in the book and some favorite quotations that you thoroughly enjoyed. And in case of fiction, my friends, briefly just describe the storyline for the readers, and of course be really careful to not give away anything that will lessen the suspense of these readers. Okay, now moving on, provide your reactions to the book. Okay, now describe the book. Go ahead and describe the book. Is it something that's very interesting? Is it something that's very memorable? Okay, is it something that's very entertaining? Okay, or instructive? Okay, is it something that's very instructive? Basically, what is the book? All right, and why? Okay, so of course, given your reasons and talk about describing the book basically, then explore issues the book raises. What possibility does the book suggest? Okay, explain about it. All right. Okay, so different issues that the particular book has, addressed. You can actually talk about those issues as well. Now, moving on, relate the book to larger issues. How did the book affect you? How have your opinions about the topic actually changed, my friends? Okay, so please relate this book to larger issues that you have. How has it affected you? If there's a certain thing that's really appealed or that's really worked for you, go ahead and talk about it. All right, have your opinions, there right there for your audiences because you are writing a book review. Okay. Now, moving on, everybody, provide links. Okay, enrich your book review with links that serve as springboards, allowing readers who are passionate about a certain genre, topic, or author to just learn more. So please give them links. It gets easier for them. Okay, and this would actually allow them to, just sort of help them to go ahead and read something that they really enjoy. Okay, so just provide links. And when you mention the author, please be sure to include the link to the author's website also. You can do that as well, okay? So your readers can go directly there and learn more about the author, why he, she wrote the book, basically. Okay? And be honest about your review. Now, this I think I mentioned in my last session also, guys. Throughout your book review, it's actually important to remain really honest. This is especially true for blogs because your readers trust what you have to say. Okay, the readers out there are coming on your blog. They are visiting your blog only to get a review on a particular book, and they're going to be trusting you on that because they've not read the book. They want to know from you. Remember that online reviews are also archived permanently, my friends. That's something that's going to stay with them forever. So make sure that you are honest as far as your review is concerned. And of course, do a proper research before you actually go ahead and put that review forward. All right. Now, don't lead your readers astray by telling them you loved the book when you really couldn't stand it. Please be honest. Okay, please tell them if something has not worked for you. Because trust me, the readers, after reading that book on based on your review, if they find out something that you've not mentioned or you've not disclosed or some kind of information that you have hidden, okay, then of course they're not going to be coming back to your blog for another review, and you don't want that to happen. You want them to come back to your blog for every single book, guys, okay. Keep in mind that the author and the publisher with most likely also will be reading your reviews, so you can't just go on criticizing as well, okay. There are audiences out there. One audiences who's going to be reading your review is the book readers, basically those guys who want to go ahead and start reading a new book. All right, for them you have to give a very honest opinion. Secondly, another category of audiences who are going to go ahead and read your review is the author and the publisher of the book, and you really have to watch your words as far as you go ahead and talk about that particular book. You can't go on and praise something which is not there in the book, and you cannot go on criticizing something which is again not a part of that book, guys, okay. So be honest, my friends. Let me just quickly go through these slides another time for all of you, all these pointers basically. And I hope you guys are making a note of this, because guys, this is going to come very handy for all of you who want to start a book review basically, okay. So A is introduce the subject, scope, and the type of the book that you're talking about, okay. Again, talk about the author, like I mentioned, have the title in there and specify the type of book, the category, the genre, and mention the book's theme, all right. Then, of course, after that, briefly summarize the content. What is the content of the book? More or less, just give like a brief description. Don't kill the suspense. Then the next is provide your reactions to the book. What has been your personal take? Because this is your book review blog. This is your own review, guys. Okay. So please have your reactions to the book. After that, also provide certain links. It really makes your blog look very nice. I don't know how many of you actually read. I've read a number of book reviews online, and those reviews have been really appreciated by me personally. And I've also had people around me who have appreciated such reviews, which actually have certain links there. All right. So, of course, provide links. Then the next is be honest about your review, guys. Honesty, as far as your review is concerned, is imperative, because you want that audience of yours coming back to your blog for the review, for another book review, basically. All right. So make sure you are honest about your review. Now, moving on, my friends. Well, after all these pointers, guys, now it's time for the fun activity, everybody. Yes, the fun and frolic, guys. So let's get started with this one. So can you guess the book from the main character's name? You have to guess the book from the main character's name, my friend. All right. So let's check this one out. Captain Hook and Peter. Okay, so I'm giving you these two names, Captain Hook and Peter. Now think of the book that I'm talking about, everybody. Which book am I talking about? Come on. Captain Hook and Peter. I mean, all my book lovers, guys, this is for you. So come on. Guess the book from the characters. Which book am I talking about? Captain Hook and Peter. Okay, and as usual, I do get some question marks out here. Guys, the clue is that the name of this book starts with P. So come on. P, that's the clue. Okay, some responses are coming in. Let's see. Any other responses, guys? Come on, guess this one quickly. All right, some more responses coming in. Let's see. All right, guys. Well, let me go and reveal the answer to all of you. Well, the correct answer to this one, my friends, is Peter Pan. Okay, yes, it is Peter Pan. And the characters that I spoke about, Captain Hook and Peter, my friends, they are very much there in Peter Pan. And yeah, I think unanimously everybody's given me that response. Yes, it is Peter Pan. Thank you so much, guys, for that response. All right. And now, everybody, the next question. The characters Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver. Come on, Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver. Which book am I talking about, my friends? Come on, it's the book trivia. All my book lovers, you guys have to be active. You guys have to respond. Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver. Think about this one, guys. Okay, and Noah is saying hint. Okay, that's the first thing that he says. Yeah, hint. All right. So I'm just going to give you guys a hint. The hint is that the name of the book starts with T. It starts with T. Now it's up to you. I'm not giving you any more hints now. The name of the book starts with T, my friends. Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver. Let's see. Few responses coming in, few question marks coming in, few think emojis coming in. Guys, come on. Okay. All right. So somebody's saying Treasure Island out here. Somebody says Tom Sawyer. Okay, and there's a question mark. Let's see. And somebody also is saying Treasure Island, that there are more treasure islands out here. Okay. So let me just go and reveal the answer to all of you now. Well, guys, the answer to this one is Treasure Island. Okay. So it is Treasure Island. It is not Tom Sawyer. It is Treasure Island. All right. Thank you guys for sending me your responses. And now the next one, my friends. Now guess the book. Look at the characters: Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie. So Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie. Which book am I talking about, my friends? Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie. Okay, and lots of question marks and think emojis. Everybody's thinking. There's one response also. Well, I'll give you a clue, guys. The name of the book starts with The Lion. Now I think it should be fairly easy for all of you. The name of the book starts with The Lion. Okay, so Peter, Susan, Edmund, Lucy Pevensie, guys, come on. Does it ring a bell somewhere? Which book is it? The name of the book starts with The Lion. Okay, some responses coming in. All right, and well, the correct answer to this one, my friends, is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, all these characters are from this famous book. And okay, somebody said Narnia. No, it's not Narnia. Okay, it is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, that is the correct one. All right, so kudos to all of you who got this correct, guys. Brilliant. Moving on to the next question. Frodo Baggins. Come on, Frodo Baggins. Which book am I talking about? This is a pretty famous character. And okay, so let me just make it easier for all of you. The clue is that the name of the book starts with the first letter in the book is Lord. Now it should be all the more easier. Okay? Come on. Frodo Baggins. Which book am I talking about, my friends? Okay, some responses are coming in. All right. Okay. Lovely. All right. Okay. So I'll just give a second more. Come on, guys. Everybody send me your responses. The Lord is a clue. Okay. And now I think I should go and reveal the answer. The answer is The Lord of the Rings. Really famous, my friends. The Lord of the Rings. Okay. And okay, The Lord of the Rings. And somebody said it's famous. Yes, The Lord of the Rings. Okay. So perfect. Everybody's been able to guess this one. And this is fabulous. Let's get started. Okay. All right. Lord of the Rings again. Okay. Let's Lord of the Rings. All right. So everybody is sending Lord of the Rings. Now, Peter Rabbit and Mr. McGregor. Which book am I talking about? Look at the characters. Peter Rabbit and Mr. McGregor, my friends. Which book am I talking about? Come on. Peter Rabbit and Mr. McGregor. Okay. Some of you are sending me the responses. Some of you are asking me for a hint. Okay. Well, the first word is tail. Tale, tail. Okay, lovely. All right. All right. So lots of responses coming in. Let me just go to the answer slide. Well, it is the tail of Peter Rabbit. Okay, that is the correct response. And yes, I did get tail of Peter Rabbit, and said it has a movie too. Well, thank you for sharing that. All right. Then there is again Tale of Peter Rabbit. Tale of Peter Rabbit. So brilliant. It is Tale of Peter Rabbit, my friends. Well done, guys, and I hope you had a good time attempting these fun questions, these book trivia questions. And guys, just don't go anywhere right away because in a bit I have the fun and frolic part two for all of you. The fun activity part two, guys, you have to stay with me till the end of the session. All right. So let's just continue with our discussion, everybody. What to include in your book review. So, what are the things that you should actually include in your book review, my friends? Let's check them out. Well, the first is a hook. Okay, hook, something that hooks your readers basically. It's a line that catches your audience's attention and actually creates interest. It actually attracts their interest, so they'll continue reading your review instead of scrolling past it. You have to have a hook, and we've done this during our creative writing classes in PlanetSpark also every now and then. The hook is imperative. It's something that can make or break your reviews, my friends. You have to have a line that's catchy, that's attractive, that's something that actually intrigues your reader and they actually want to go ahead and read that book review. All right. So always remember the hook. Now, moving on to the next one, essential book information. Share any general information about the book that is important for readers to know. The title and the author, of course, are like an obvious choice. You have to have the author and the title there. Be sure to mention if the book is a part of a series. Okay, in case it's like a series, in case like you're reviewing Harry Potter, please tell them that which particular book is this. Okay, it's from a series, all right, and whether it's necessary to have reading other books also, because in a series what happens is that the storyline moves from one to the other, one book to the other. So please tell your readers that if it is a book that you've picked up from a particular series, and if it is important for them to actually read a book of the same series earlier, okay, go and mention this detail also there. And of course, whether it's necessary to have read other books in the series before that particular book. So please give out this information also. Now, moving on, basic plot summary. What is the basic plot of your book, guys? Share a high level synopsis of the plot so your audiences gets the gist of what the story is all about. Best practice is to leave out the climax or ending of the book and avoid giving away spoilers so you don't ruin the story for your audience. And I've always said this, just have like a very, very basic plot summary. Don't give it out completely, because then what will your audiences read? Okay, they're just reading a review, they're not reading the book, guys. Okay, you are encouraging them to go ahead and read that book. Okay, so please give them like a good synopsis out there. Okay, and please don't have some spoilers in that review of yours. Moving on, everybody. Well, it's always better to err on the side of caution and say a plot has an unexpected twist rather than revealing that the villain is the protagonist's father. No, you cannot do that. That's a sin. You can't do that in your reviews, my friends. You cannot reveal what has gone wrong and what is more or less the plot, or just say what is the unexpected twist. Okay, because if anything else, the author, you're not doing justice to the author and the publisher, my friends. Okay, they've actually put this book forward. You can't just give it out in the review. Right? If you include a spoiler, some review sites will also let you hide spoiler sentences. Okay, so your audiences can choose whether they want to read it or not. Okay, so if in case you still want to go ahead with it, these sites are going to help you do that also. Okay, because then certain audiences will have to click on certain things, and then only they'll be able to actually go and check out the spoiler sentence basically. But try not having these spoiler sentences in your book reviews. Moving on, everyone. Well, your praise and critique is something that has to be there. Okay, this section is the most important part of your book review. It should be the longest. Now, anybody can summarize a plot, but what is your unique take on this book? simply saying that, this book was great and it was not that good, it was bad, or that you liked it. I love the book, okay, and I didn't like the book. All right, this is not going to help anybody. You have to give them reasons. Let your audiences know why you think it's a great read. What's the logic behind it, okay, or why you found it disappointing. Why do you think it didn't go that well with you, okay? And okay, Dia's joined in. She's saying hi, Dia. Ma'am, are you early today? Yes, Dia. Something just came up in the last minute, so I had to reschedule my session for today. All right, but no worries. You've just joined in. We have one more fun activity, Dia. So maybe you can join in during that time, and you can go through the session later, maybe. All right. Okay. Now, the next one, my friends, is your recommendation. Now, after sharing your praise and critique, let your audiences know your conclusions. Who do you think would enjoy this book? Who's going to read it up this book? Please tell them, what do you think? Okay. Did you personally dislike it because of the time travel paradoxes, but think that folks who like a good space opera would have fun with it? So go ahead and mention that, okay, fine, maybe it's not work for you, but you feel it might work for a certain section of people, okay, who enjoy certain things. All right. So go ahead and put your recommendation right there, my friends. Now, after this, your rating, imperative. Most review sites provide a star rating system. I'm sure you've seen this in case of movie reviews also, and in case of book reviews also. You have certain stars that you allocate. Okay, let your audiences know your rationale for choosing a particular rating. Why have you given it, say, 3 stars or 4 stars or 5 stars at all? Okay, if you are reviewing a book on your personal blog and using your own rating system, if you have like something that you want to try on your own, you can also start your own rating system. If you're doing that, please be sure to explain this well, because the stars are something that everybody knows, everybody's aware of. Because 5 stars means that it's a great book, okay, 3 or 2 stars means that it's an average book, all right, or maybe one or maybe lesser than that would mean that it's not such a great book. But of course, if you want to go ahead with a rating system of your own, please explain it to your audience, and please ensure that it's an easy rating system. It's not something complicated. Okay, the audiences look at it and they can relate. Okay, this is a great book. This is not a great book. All right, they should be able to differentiate that. All right. So, guys, I hope this was clear till now. I hope all these pointers are clear, my friends. Because after this, everybody, we're going to be venturing into the fun activity. All right. So let me just maybe quickly go through these other pointers also that we have discussed till now. But the first one was a hook. Okay, ensure that you have a hook, a catchy line. Then the next thing that we talked about was essential book information. Give out some things which is general. Of course, have the title, the author out there, and please be sure to mention if the book is a part of a series out there. And if you feel that the readers out there should read the other books from the series also before they actually go ahead and dive into this particular book. Then basic plot summary. What is the basic plot of the book? Go ahead and talk about it. Then your praise and critique, my friends. Okay, why do you think a particular book is really worked for you, and why do you think it's great? And of course, why do you think a particular book has not worked for you? So please give them the reasons with your praise as well as your critique. All right. Then your recommendation, at the end of the day, you have to tell the audiences if you are recommending them to try out and go ahead and read this book, or if you're telling them that no, stay away from this particular book, maybe. Okay, so your recommendation, your verdict has to be there. All right. And then, of course, your rating, my friends. Like I mentioned, the star rating that we see, go ahead and give in your ratings. Okay. And if you have your own rating system, just make sure that it's easy and it's something that your audiences can easily understand. All right, guys. So these were some pointers. I hope that these are clear, all of you, because this is going to really, really help you in actually building up on that book blog of yours, guys. And after this, my friends, well, now it's time for the fun activity part 2, everybody. Yes, we're at the fun activity part 2, guys. So let's get started. Identify these characters from their fruit portraits. So you're going to be seeing some fruit portraits of certain characters, famous characters. You're going to be guessing which character am I talking about. All right? Okay. So the first one, look at this. Guess the character. It's a fruit portrait of a very famous character. It's for you to guess, my friends. Come on. And this is something different that we've tried today, and especially built this up for all our young guns out here, guys. So guess the character. Fruit portrait. If you can see the strawberries, the berries, lots of berries, okay? So the character is made up of all these berries, so guess the character. Okay. All right. They are saying I don't know. It's okay, Dia. You all right? Some of you are sending me the correct responses on the portal. Let's see. Okay. All right. And now I think I should go and reveal the correct answer. Well, this character is none other than Aladdin, my friends, the famous Aladdin genie. If you remember the story, yes. Look at the portrait another time. Look at it carefully. Doesn't it look like Aladdin, guys? Yeah. Okay. It's a fruit portrait of none other than Aladdin. Okay. All right. And I think a lot of you did send me Aladdin. So well done, my friends. Okay. Good thinking, guys, and good guessing. Now, the next one. Look at this fruit portrait of a particular character. Come on. Which character am I talking about? Guess the character. Okay. Some of you are already responding. This is brilliant. I'm just waiting for everybody to send me your responses. Come on, guys. Look at the portrait. It's a fruit portrait of a very famous character. Which character am I talking about, guys? Okay. Lots of think emojis coming in. Everybody's trying to think, huh? Is it? Okay. So just give like a second more. Come on, guys. Some responses coming in. Well, all right. The correct answer to this one, my friends, is Elsa. Elsa, all right. Let's go back to the portrait, the food portrait, if you can see. She looks like Elsa, doesn't she? Yeah. The answer is Elsa. All right. So thank you for guessing that, guys. And let's move on to the next picture. Now, guess the character. Look at this one, lots of grapes and oranges and mangoes in the background, guys. So, fruit portrait of a famous character. Which character, my friends, am I actually talking about? Come on. Okay, some responses already coming in. This is brilliant. All right, perfect. Come on, all of you. I want everybody responding, huh? Okay. All right, and well, let me go to the answer slide. The correct answer to this one is Ursula, my friends, okay? And I'm sure all of you are aware of this character. And good thinking, guys. And I hope you had a fun time guessing these different fruit portraits, all right? So now, everybody, we are done with today's fun segments and we're done with today's session as well because now we're at the wrap up of today's lesson. Okay, so we started with talking about how to write a book blog review, my friends. We discussed many points on the same, and I hope that it is clear. And of course, after that, we also spoke about what to include on your in your book review, guys. So it's for it's for your use, my friends. Please go ahead and go through my session again in case you've joined in the middle or you've missed out on certain things. There are lots of things that we discussed about a book review because writing a book review has to be something. It has to follow a certain format. Okay, there are certain things that you should categorically include in that review of yours and certain things that you can actually avoid in that review of yours. So if you want to know that and if you want to get some more clarity, it's a request. My sessions are available all on the PlanetSpark page on Facebook as well as on YouTube, guys. Please go through my sessions. All right, we've started the book review blog now and we will be taking it a little forward also from here. All right, so now the home task, my friends, the home task for all of you is that make note of the points taught today. Try understanding how to write a book review blog. And this is going to really help you understand and get like a clear understanding of how do you go ahead and write a book review blog. And in case you have any doubts, my friends, I've told you guys you could always send me a mail or I come in live every single day from Mondays to Saturdays, usually at 8:15 p.m. Indian time. Today I'm live early because there was some other prior commitment, guys. But of course, you can put forward your thoughts, your questions, your concerns, and your doubts again in the next session as well. All right. And I'll be more than happy, more than glad to respond to each one of you. Now, coming up, my friends, in the next session, which is tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Indian time, well, writing a book review blog and understanding it in a little more detail. That's what we're going to be taking forward. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining in. That's all from my end today. And I will see all of you in my next session tomorrow. See you. Take care. Bye bye.